Hi, Libra. Welcome back to Leigh's Intuitive Tarot. My name is Leigh, and today we're going to take a look at, new love, what's going on between you and your soulmate, okay? Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you'd like to book a personal reading, there is a link in the description box below. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. I hope y'all are having a good week this week. Ooh. Okay, here we go, Libra. Oof. Okay, we starting out like that. All right, here we go. Overall energy this week is the Three of Swords. So you are heartbroken over something. This could also speak of like third party. So either you were cheated on, but this could also be talking about that, the fact that for some of you, you have a decision coming up where you're going to have to choose between that old love, that old funky love that we don't want to talk about, and the new love, the soulmate that is here or about to appear for a lot of you. Okay. Underneath this is the Emperor. Okay. This is Aries energy. It can speak of your new person coming in. Okay. Because it's a fire sign. It can also talk about, you standing in this power and knowing your worth and knowing what you deserve and making this choice with this Three of Swords from this place of the Emperor. Okay. Because the Emperor knows, the Emperor has all the best qualities of all the kings. This is the person, who is very focused. They're very driven. They're very, ambitious. This is somebody who is like basically boss energy. That's why I'm saying for a lot of you, this is representing this new person that's coming into your life. But this could be you as well, because you're a boss as well, Libra. When you get into your career and you start to focus on your coin, this is how you'll show up as well. Okay. Underneath this, we have the Four of Cups. This is talking about, having a missed opportunity. Okay. I feel like for a lot of you, this is talking about what happened from, the past with this person in the past and how, they treated you and, all the hopes you had for the relationship and how they just, everything just fell through and went down the drain. All right. But the good thing about this cup is that, about this card, I'm sorry, is that this person is holding one of the cups from the past. There's another cup here from the past, but then they're staring at the last two remaining cups. Okay. So I feel like, what you've gone through. All right. What you've experienced. And this is talking about, you knowing where you're headed. This can also speak of like you being depressed and upset about the way your relationships have been going for you. But I feel like, Spirit is telling you to hold on tight because change is coming. And here it is with the Tower. This is Scorpio energy. This is talking about, divine intervention is what I'm hearing. Because remember, this is all being divinely guided by Spirit. Okay. So this long-term situation that you've been through with the Four of Cups is about to fucking change for a lot of you. And it's going to come out of nowhere. And you're, because you sitting here by the tree with the damn cups. I feel like it's coming on an intuitive level because you're an empath. Like I told you, you're an empath just like I am. But I feel like when this happens, you may have kind of deluded yourself into thinking that it's not going to happen because, a lot of you have been waiting, trying to be patient and waiting for your person to come in, which they're appearing here. But I feel like, Spirit is like waiting for you to look in the other direction. And the minute you look in the other direction, here comes the Emperor. Okay. All right. So there's the King of Pentacles showing up here. I feel like this represents your person as well. This is an earth sign or someone with a lot of earth in their chart towards Virgo, Capricorn. This is somebody, like I told you, is boss energy. This is someone who, holds it down. They are grounded, stable. This is the long-term relationship that you've been wanting. Okay. But you got to stop holding yourself back with this Queen of Swords is what Spirit is telling you. Okay. You are protecting your energy. I get it. I understand why you are doing this. But at some point, you have to put this sword down and allow this person to approach you. And I feel like the energy that this person is in, they're gonna facilitate that, okay, by the energy that they come in, because they're going to be very decisive. This person is going to be all about you. I feel like they're going to put you at ease, and it's gonna help you to let go of this sword. I'm not telling you to throw it on the ground and open your chest up and just let the person come in and rip your heart or take your heart. I'm not telling you to do that. I'm just telling you, put it down, understand that things happen and that, your change is coming. Okay. Your love life is not always going to be fucked up. That's what I want to tell you straight up. Okay. I'm going to tell you the way Leigh was saying, your love life is not always going to be fucked up. Okay. I feel like your days of having messed up situations with people, I feel like it's over. But you got to believe that it's going to be over too. Because look, there's the Ace of Cups here. Okay. Spirit is telling you to love yourself. Okay. You have a new love coming. This person is coming with this cup. Okay. And is going to offer you a cup. But you also have to cultivate your own self-love and make sure you have love for yourself, because that's what's going to teach you to set the boundaries. That's what's going to put you in the energy to be receptive of this cup from this other person. Okay. All right. Yeah. But you can still, at the end of the day, protect your energy. There's nothing wrong with that. Okay. Spirit is not telling you, like I said, to be a fool and just let anybody in, because I feel like those days of doing that are over. But, you just got to be discerning about who you let in, because I feel like a lot of times it may have been a situation where this person, the person showed up, you figured that was who you were supposed to be with, or I don't know, maybe you felt like it was kismet and the two of you belong together, and then you let them in without really scrutinizing like you should have. But I feel like now you're in the energy where you like, no, everybody don't get to come up in here. Okay. All right. So let's clarify. I wasn't going to use this deck, but I want to use it because I see this Three of Swords and I want to see why it's coming up. Three of Swords, please. Yeah, hold on. Okay. Okay, so we've got the spirituality card showing up here. So I feel like, you are just like focusing on yourself. You're trying to get yourself together. I feel like, a lot of you are piecing yourself back together after heartbreak. Yeah. See, you've been in a period of isolation. This is like the Hermit card. So you're doing what is necessary to heal yourself from this Three of Swords, this heartbreak energy, heartbreak, breakup, separation. Look, 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 look. There's the offer. You see what I'm saying, Libra? I'm telling you. For some of you, your person is really getting ready to come in soon. Okay, like within a matter of days is what I'm hearing. Okay. All right, but Spirit is telling you on the bottom of this deck, you need to make sure you focus on your self-worth. Don't let this person come in, Libra, and then you just start to, dismantle all the things that you've started to do. These things that I tell you about the healing, about focusing on yourself, about self-worth, about self-love, it's very important that you keep these things going, because that self-love, that is what is driving this person to come into your life. And so, if you want this to be a certain way, you you have to continue to love on yourself and put yourself on the pedestal and do all the things that you've been doing to get out of this Three of Swords energy here. Okay. Okay. I pulled these clarification cards to have more clarification about what we were just talking about, but your twin had to show up. Okay. So they're showing up and Spirit is just saying that this person is a snake. Okay. So we're going to let it go. We're going to throw it over here to the side and we're going to move on. Okay. So the card we have for you this week. Oh, okay. I see you, Libra, is the Ten of Pentacles. So somebody's in their bag. Somebody's in their coin. Somebody is about, I feel like you dreaming about the life you want to have with this Ten of Pentacles. Okay. You can build a legacy, even if you have to build it on your own. But I feel like Spirit is also trying to tell you that you're not going to be building on your own. You may feel like that at this time because of all you've gone through with this Three of Swords, but Spirit is telling you, no, 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 no. Your days of being alone are over. Okay. But like I said, it's going to come in at different times. That is why a lot of times the readings that we do will talk about similar aspects of the same thing, because everybody is moving at a different pace. Like I said, the people are showing up. I feel like it's starting to speed up now. People are starting to show up even more, even quicker. And so you just got to hold on. Spirit is telling you to have hope here. Okay. You can have all the things you want, Libra, just because you had a bad past when it came. No, I was going to say bad past life, a bad past when it comes to your love relationships, or a bad past when it comes to what happened in your past. It doesn't mean you can't overcome. It doesn't mean you can't come into the type of love in the life that you desire. Okay. All right, so let's clarify. Let me get one more card. Yeah. Spirit is telling you, be in the energy of receiving, being the energy to receive these things, because a lot of us, we're very good at giving. I actually talked about this in a reading, I think with Leo or Virgo yesterday. And I was saying that, we're very good at giving, but this is about us learning how to receive now, opening up and letting somebody give to us and do for us, instead of it always just being us just giving, and bending over backwards and doing this and doing that. Because you have to understand that, think about how it feels when you give to people. I know this is one of the reasons why you do it. It's not just that you love the person and you want to, you want to treat them right, so on and so forth. I understand that it is an extension of your love, but it also makes you feel wonderful. It doesn't just make the other person feel good. It makes you feel good as well. It's like you're giving positive energy and you're receiving it in return. So you allowing other people to give to you, Libra, is just as important, because just like you're on cloud nine when you give to other people and you make them feel good and it makes you feel good, it's the same thing when they do it to you. So you have to allow them to come forward and do things for you, just like you've been doing for other people. But like I said, the difference is you have somebody coming into your life that wants to give to you, that is going to reciprocate, that is going to match all the things that you've been doing. Okay. So this person is navigating carefully. Like I tell you, this person, I don't know why I want to say he or she is really standing back and planning what they want to do before they do it, because they don't want to mess this up. I tell y'all that all the time. This person holds you in very high regard, and they're not wanting to screw up what the two of you have the potential to have together. I want to do this deck, but I'm scared of, okay. I was like, I'm scared of what's going to come out, because I don't want to talk about the twin like that. I don't want to talk about that. We already addressed the fact that they showed up in the reading and that they're a snake. Okay, we're moving on. So the commitment card is coming out. That's what this person is coming to give you, the commitment. And I feel like for a lot of you, it's going to happen. What I hear is fairly quickly, because we're empaths, we have psychic abilities. And like I said, you're going to understand on an intuitive level that you can trust this person. And I know that sounds crazy, but I'm telling you, as somebody who has experienced it, because when I think about my person, I've already seen my person, I know who it is. When I think about them, I immediately get a sense of calm. I get a sense of trust. I feel like I can trust this person with my life if I had to. Okay. That's why I'm telling you this. I'm telling you this from somebody who has experienced their person on an energetic level to know, what they're on, what type of energy they're in. Because at this point, like I told you, discernment is not just about you looking at the situation and assessing it. It's about you using all of your senses, most especially your psychic senses, because how they tell you, what is it? 90% of communication is just body, is mostly body language. It's not what you say. Only 10% of it is what you say. It's the same thing with the energetics. That, like, for instance, how you meet people, right? Notice, remember, everybody can remember at least one person they've met at one time. And the minute this person stepped into your energy, you like, something's off. I don't know what it is. You don't know what it is. They've never shown you anything wrong or done anything wrong in your face. But energetically, your body just shuts down to them. You get a crazy feeling and you like, okay, for some reason, I can't mess with you, And it doesn't necessarily have to be that the person, is a horrible person. It could just be that your energy. It's a thing that they say. My dad is from the Caribbean, and there's a saying that they say. I'm not saying it the way they say it, but it's the gist of it is your spirit doesn't take them. And I feel like that's what that is when we're talking about people's intentions and stuff like that. Okay. So everybody don't have good intentions for you. I feel like you realize that throughout your love life, okay, throughout your relationship life, all relationships. I don't feel like it's just your love relationship. It's with everybody that you've encountered. You've realized that. And so this is about you now continuing to rely on that discernment, because spirit is not going to steer you wrong. Okay. All right. So the card we have for your person showing up is the 9 of Cups. So you are this person's wish. You are this person's wish fulfilled. Okay. All right. Let's clarify. Nine of Cups. Nine of Cups. Oh gosh. Okay, so we have your twin trying to pop up again with this holding on card. So this is them, trying to hang on to you because they know you got 2 feet out the door and you're gone and you're through with them. And then we also have the self-sabotage card showing up here, which is them not wanting to do right, wanting to focus on the devil and not the angel. Okay, so when it comes to your person is experiencing, this is the new person, the soulmate. They're experiencing some level of confusion right now because they're reeling from some type of loss. This could have been a death, because I told you for some of you, it can mean, it doesn't have to be, people don't have to leave you in this lifetime. It could be a situation where someone passed away. They may have just had a death in their family that has nothing to do with their love life, and they may be reeling from it and trying to overcome it. Okay? All right. Let me get some more. Yeah. This person has big dreams when it comes to you and this connection. Okay. And so I feel like that's why that navigate carefully card is coming up, is because they're really making sure that they dot their I's and cross their T's, because they don't want to mess this up. Okay. But like I said, life be lifing for everybody. And this person is going through things just like you are. All right. So when it comes to the energy between the both of you, we have the 8 of Cups showing up here. And I feel like this is talking about both of you independent of this connection, meaning that, you have walked away from something and this person has walked away from something as well, your new person. Okay. Let's clarify it. 8 of Cups. Yeah. See, the walking away card is coming up again for your person. So they walked away from something that just was not healthy at all. Okay. Then we have the Visitor card. So for some of you, like I tell y'all don't want to hear this, but it's somebody that knows you and they know you intimately. For some people, I'm saying, and when I say intimate, I don't mean sexually. I mean intimately, like the two of you have had a lot of conversations. It's something where, you may see each other on a regular basis. Okay. And let me pull up this thing, because I don't want y'all coming at me in the comments with the BS, because I'm going to tell you what is up. Hold on 1 second. Hang on. Because I have somebody in the comments that is explaining exactly what I explained to you. Okay, it says, you are so right with the return. My person from the past was just a friend from high school, and we're doing really well, and he's presently my soulmate. I had to leave the toxicity behind, and my soulmate came right on in as soon as I changed my frequency and vibration. Your past could be anyone, so listen to the reader, guys. It doesn't have to be someone you were in a relationship with, just like she said. Have faith and know that the divine has something for you that is better, but make room for it by ridding yourself of all and anybody or anything that is not serving you for your highest good. Okay, so I'm telling you this because when I tell you about a past person, I keep trying to tell you, Spirit is not going to give you recycle somebody fucked up from your past. Everybody in your past wasn't fucked up, not maybe relationship wise. I'm talking about every single platonic relationship you had in your life wasn't fucked up. Because I can't say that. I can't even say that. Okay. So that's why I'm trying to tell you, it could have been somebody like years ago, Libra, that had their eye on you. And now they're like, okay, they see the door opening and they like, this is my chance right here. This is my chance to come in and get Libra, because I've been looking at Libra for a long time, or Libra was the one that got away. I never got a chance to let them know how I feel. It could have been, people be crushing on you, Libra, and you don't even fucking know it. Because I've had people come to me and be like, oh, I just always felt this way about you, this and this and that or whatever. And I'm like, what? And so you can't assume that because the person is coming back from the past is somebody that you had already had a relationship with, because that's not life. Do you know how many people you get exposed to over a lifetime? So when I tell you past, because like I said, I have people talk about they don't want to watch the video because I'm talking about people in the past. So my thing is this: if you want to cut off the video because I'm talking about somebody from the past, then maybe you don't belong here. Because the people that I want in this community are the people that are supposed to be here, that understand the message, that understand what I'm saying, that are keeping an open mind. Because in this lifetime, Libra, you got to keep a fucking open mind. You can't go through this life with blinders on and expect to get everything it is that you want. Because when the excuse me, I'm in a hotel and it broke my channel. Okay, because when you're in, this life and you're in a relationship and stuff like that, things happen. And I'm not telling you to make up with anybody from the past. And then anyway, if somebody comes back, because you're gonna have some scrubs that's gonna come back. Because whenever you glow up and you're getting better and you're becoming a better person, you're gonna have people come out of the woodwork. All you gotta do is tell them no. Some of y'all act like y'all don't know what to do when these people come into your face. Okay? When they come into your face, you don't want to repeat something with them. Okay? And it was a past love relationship. Just tell them no. It's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. I know maybe some of y'all don't want to hurt other people's feelings, but you got to think about it like this. Think about that twin. That twin didn't give a fuck about your feelings. And they stomped on them and did whatever they had to do. And I'm not telling you to come out here and be an asshole to everybody around you. I'm not telling you that, but I'm saying you have to learn how to set boundaries. And sometimes spirit will send people into your life to teach you just that. And that is one of the reasons why you went through the shit you went through with the twin, because you got to learn how to fucking stand up for yourself. Don't be no goddamn pushover. Don't let nobody mistreat you. Don't let nobody do that. Like I said, we've all had those moments, because even me, you see how you look, you see how rough and tough I come off. But when, I've had problems and issues with people where I had to stand up for myself as well. So you can't be scared to let people know how you feel, because at the end of the day, this is about your love and about, your love for yourself and self-love. Because if you don't love yourself enough to stand up for yourself, then why the fuck you trying to be in a relationship anyway, is my question. Because you're going to have to do that. Because I keep telling y'all, it is human nature for people to see how far they can push you. Okay. And sometimes it's not intentional. Sometimes they just doing what they do. Okay. It's they mode of operation, and it's up to you to shut them the fuck down. Okay. Because me, I be living for that shit. I be like, oh, you want to act crazy? Okay, you helping me, because you having me practice setting my boundaries. Okay, just like I set boundaries here on this channel. Like I said, that's why I tell y'all, don't be coming in my comments with no BS, because I'm telling you what spirit is giving me, and you always have a choice. You always have free will. Even if the soulmate shows up and you decide you don't want to be with them, let it go. You don't have to be with them. But what I'm also telling you is, if you decide to not be with the soulmate for whatever reason, and then you moving on through your love life and things are not turning out the way you want them to, also don't come back to me with the BS. Like I said, and what I mean by that, I'm not saying don't come back and share your story. I'm all for that. Please do share your story, because you not only help me, but you help everybody else in this community. And that's the type of community I want to have on Leigh's Intuitive Tarot, is where people feel free to come and tell me how, what's going on with them, or come and tell everybody what is happening with them. But what I'm saying is, don't come on my channel with no shit, trying to cuss and act crazy and stuff like that, because your life is not going right, because you're not listening to what is being said. Okay? You have to listen to what is being said and make your decisions accordingly. You have to use your discernment and show people that, you are the type of person where, you have boundaries. You're only going to let people go so far. You're only going to let people do certain things. A lot of you gotta get a fucking steel rod and put it in your spine and get a backbone. Okay. And stop letting people run all over you. But then you want to come to some of you want to come to the comments and try to bully other people. Don't do that. Don't do that. Because like I said, that's the quickest way for me to kick your ass off this channel, is like that. Because like I said, because what I'm telling you is tough love. I am not trying to disrespect you, but I'm going to tell you the effing truth, whether you like it or not. And either you can handle it. And because like I said, when you hear the truth, sometimes it fucking stings, but you got to just roll with it. Because I'm telling you, don't think that just because I'm exhibiting tough love to you, that spirit don't do it to me. They do it to me all the time. Sometimes it be on days where I be feeling low and I be like, that's the last shit I need to hear. But I needed to hear it, and I have to pick up I have to pick it up and roll with it, because the type of a spiritual team I have, they just like me. They just like me, and they keep it cut and dried, and they tell me the fucking truth. So I'm going to tell you the truth, but it's up to you what you do with it. It's how you identify. If you continue to sit in this energy, Libra, and identify as somebody who gets walked all over, who, is not respected, and who, just has turmoil in every area of their life, that's what you're going to continue to experience. Because what you got to understand is the instruction manual for this lifetime, it's how you identify. It's the stories that you tell yourself. It's the stories that you tell other people. And it's how you operate action-wise. So if you don't think you're a boss, you're not going to make boss moves. You're not going to tell boss stories. You're not going to do boss things. So it all starts with your thoughts. That's what I'm trying to tell you. And like I said, anybody that comes up in your energy, you have 100%, 100% free will to decide who is going to be there and who is not. It's up to you. This is about you crafting your life and creating your life to be the way that you want it to be. Okay. But don't be trying to shoot the messenger and trying to say fucked up shit because you angry about your situation to me, because I'm trying to fucking help you. Okay. I'm trying to help you, but know that the comments are a privilege. They are not a right at Leigh's Intuitive Tarot. Okay. All right. So we're going to move on. So the next card we're going to talk about is the outcome. Okay. So we have the Justice card here. This is Spirit telling you, you are about to get your justice. You're about to get, what you deserve. You've been mistreated in the past. And, like I said, that's why I told you, that's why Spirit got their foot on this person's neck, this twin's neck, because they're getting their just desserts for being a fucking snake. Okay. And so you did right. You tried to love this person and be right. And so now Spirit is bringing the person that you've always prayed for into your life, but don't self-sabotage. Because you got to think about it. I got to think about it with this card. This could be for you. Okay. This could be for some of you where you are so used to being in fucked up situations and toxic situations until that's all you know. And when you get somebody new, you ain't going to know what to do with it. Or somebody that's treating you right, you ain't going to know what to do with them. That's why I tell you the healing is essential. And I know y'all don't like for me to talk about the healing all the time. But the reason why I do is so that you don't do shit like this. Okay, so you don't shoot yourself in the foot. You don't cut your nose off to spite your face because you don't know any better, because you're looking at life through a lens of pain. Because like I said, I work on myself too. I tell you all the time, I don't go balls to the wall all day long, every day. But every day I do shit to get better and to be better. And you're going to have times where you sitting in this type of energy, Libra, and you don't fucking want to do nothing. You just want to sit in it. And like I said, there's nothing wrong with that. Have that time, but don't fucking make that your life. Don't make that who you've become because somebody has done dirt to you. Okay. This is about you maintaining who you are, no matter who comes through your life and no matter what the fuck they do. Okay. You let them know I am who I am, and I'm not going to let you change who I am because of your fucked up decisions or your fucked up actions. That's what this is about. And so this is why I tell you, any change that happens in your life, it needs to be because you decide to do it and you feel like it's going to be for the better. Okay. All right. So with this Justice card, like I said, it's talking about Spirit bringing balance when it comes to your love life. Okay. With your person, this new person is going to bring in growth and expansion. All right. They're going to bring in growth and expansion to your life. Things are going to be a lot better. Like I said, it's going to be like night and day. A lot of you, I can understand where you would be afraid. Okay. Because you're used to deception. You're used to people not communicating with you. All right. But Spirit is telling you, don't lie to yourself. Be honest about who you truly are, how you really are showing up when it comes to your life, especially right now, if you're looking at life through this lens. Okay. Be honest about what is going on, because that's the only way you can fix it. Okay. And then we've got the communication card coming up here, because there's going to be communication between you and this person, but you have to decide to take the steps to move towards them. This is not going to be something that's going to be moving like a runaway train. It is going to be something that's going to move slowly and deliberately. And it's because you've been hurt. This person has been hurt, so that the two of you don't, like, if you get triggered or something happens, it doesn't necessarily mean the end of the connection. Okay. All right. So Spirit is putting this into my mind for me to talk about. Hold on. Okay, there's this person. I'm trying to remember what it was that Spirit was telling me to do. Thank you, Spirit. There was somebody that came into the comments, I don't know, a couple of days ago, and they were talking about, their love life. I'm not going to tell you who it was. I'm not going to tell you exactly what they said, because I'm not trying to, this is not a thing where I'm trying to, down anybody or anything like that. And I'm not saying, by saying this, I'm not saying that I feel like the person is wrong or anything like that. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just using this as an example. So they come into the comments and they're talking about their story, how their past has been when it comes to their love life. And when I read what they were saying, I said, okay, I can see exactly why the things that have happened to you in the past, why they happened. I said, it's the way you're identifying. And so this person starts to get pissed and is like, no, I'm not, identifying like this. This is what's going on. And so when you do that, anytime, let me tell you this, anytime you say something about yourself and you use the words I am in front of it, you're fucking identifying. If you say I'm tired, you identifying. If you say I'm beautiful, you identifying. If you say I'm God's gift to the world, you're identifying. Okay? So this is about you making choices, the choices about the positive things you want to identify with, and not just anything. You have to start to watch what you're saying. This is about you changing your thoughts and changing, like we just talked about that, right? Changing your thoughts, changing the way that you look at yourself if you want other people to start changing the way that they look at you, okay? So if you want this new person to think you're the greatest thing since sliced bread, you need to start telling yourself that. You need to start, like I say, you ain't got to walk around and tell everybody, I'm the greatest thing since sliced bread. I'm the greatest thing since sliced bread. You ain't got to do that. But you need to start telling yourself that. Or when you hear yourself start to say certain things like, you don't feel worthy or something like that, you need to switch it around and say, no, we're not believing that anymore. I am worthy. That's what you need to start doing. Mental diet. That's what they call it in manifestation, because I'm trying to get you to understand, Libra, in this life, it's what you fucking believe. Okay. And it doesn't have to be what you consciously believe, because nobody sits around. I tell y'all that all the time. Nobody consciously sits around and says they want their fucking love life to be a train wreck. Nobody does that. Okay. Nobody sits around and says, I want to have, that they want to have a horrible life and they want to struggle all their life. No one says that. But subconsciously, your mind has picked up things that you've experienced, and it's moved it around and shook it around until it's become thoughts like that. Okay. So you have to start. That's why I repeat myself all the time on the channel. People's like, you it's a lot of repetition. Yeah, it's repetition, because you do it to yourself. Every time you tell yourself you're not worthy, or you tell yourself you're tired, or you tell yourself these things, it's repetition. You're doing the same thing. You hypnotizing yourself. So I'm trying to hypnotize yourself. I'm trying to hypnotize you in a positive way by telling you positive shit. Because the only way you're going to get it is by saying it over and over again. I can tell it to you one time and you'll be like, yep, I understand, I got it. And then 5 minutes later, you telling yourself you ain't worthy. You see what I'm saying? Because it's become a habit for you to think like that. So I am trying to drag you back into the positive realm and have you think in a positive way. Okay? So that's why a lot of this stuff repeats. That's why Spirit's message is similar in all of these reads. It is because we're trying to get you to a point to where you can leave that old shit alone, because that's the way this life works. Like I said, you may not like it, but these are the rules. It's how you see yourself. That's how other fucking people gonna see you. Okay? It took me a long time to learn that. That's why I tell y'all, self-love is so important, because, like, for instance, my soulmate, from what Spirit is telling me, this person is so in love with me. And the reason why is because I'm in love with myself. I say, yeah, I know they got to feel like that, because I know how I feel about me. And I'm not saying that to be cocky or to be like, oh yeah, I got it going on. It's not like that. It's about you loving yourself, knowing who you are, knowing what your worth is, knowing what you deserve, and knowing that in order to get it from the 3D, you have to give it to yourself first. Because we all want this love from out in the 3D. And I get it, because I used to be like that too. But until you come to Jesus, and come to yourself and love on yourself and treat yourself the way you want to be treated from the outside, you're not going to experience it from the outside. That's why I tell you to heal. That's why I tell you to how to talk to yourself, how to love on yourself. That's why I tell you these things, because I'm trying to give you the keys and the tools for you to be successful and not keep spinning your fucking wheels and wondering why nothing is changing. Okay? All right. So now we're gonna get some messages from your person. Not the we ain't fucking with the twin. We finna leave the twin alone. They have said enough in this reading. So we are going to get messages from the new person, see what they want to tell you. Hold on 1 second. Okay, this person dreams of you all the time. They want to give you their heart and they want to give you their heart so badly, but at times they are afraid, okay? Because like I said, they've been through stuff just like you have. Hold on, it fell on the floor. Okay, they say reuniting with you is their number one goal, and this is reunion from somebody you had a past life with, not somebody old. Okay, listen to what I'm saying, because some of y'all will hear part of what I'm saying and then just be going off, and I'm like, you're not listening to what I'm saying. Because let me tell you this, it's this person that was in my comments. The comment is still up there. I don't remember the person's name, because I told you I don't glorify trolls. So they're gonna tell me that, I keep talking about this could be somebody from the past that you didn't have a romantic relationship with, right? Then they're like, oh, you talking about high school, you talking about this, you talking about that. And then to me, you could be talking about the narcissistic people and this and that and all this kind of stuff. And, you didn't say nothing about the new person. So that's why I stopped watching the read. And I'm like, yeah, but see, what you don't realize is that I did talk about the new person. And if you had watched the whole damn reading, you would have seen that. So that's why I'm trying to tell y'all, watch the damn reading. It's a reason why things are coming out the way that they're coming out. And a lot of y'all want to pick and choose what you hear and what you don't hear. And the reason, and like I said, in this situation, you're trying to make a change. So if you're trying to make a change, Libra, you got to do something different. You can't keep doing the same shit you was doing and think your life is going to change. Because let me ask you a question. How many of y'all sit up and watch tarot card readings and you watch like all these people and they tell you all this shit? How many people are giving you fucking solutions to fix your shit? And answer that question. Like I said, nothing against the other tarot card readers. Everybody has the right, and reserves the right to run their channel whatever way they want to run it. And this is in no way, shape, or form any type of disrespect towards those people. But I'm just trying to tell you, how many of those tarot card readers actually give you actionable steps to fix your fucking life? Answer that question for me. I'll wait. Okay, because I'm telling you this because I want you to be better. I want you to get what it is you want. I'm not just giving you lip service. I'm telling you things. Like I said, there are a lot of different roads that can lead to the same path. I mean, a lot of different roads, that lead to the same. Oh my God, let's try it again. There are a lot of different roads that lead to the same destination, but I'm giving you some things that you can start with to start you down the path you want to go down. Okay. So, but if you listen to the information and you turning away from it, then don't get mad and come in the comments because your life ain't going the way you want to. Because this same person that was saying all this shit about she didn't finish watching the reading, this person been by themselves for 11 fucking years. Do you wonder why? Like I said, I'm not trying to I'm not on here trying to disrespect anybody, but she was disrespecting me in the fucking comments. So I'm telling you, what I'm seeing from the outside. Okay. Because like I said, the things I'm telling you, I tell myself. Okay. There are times when I don't want to do certain things. I tell you, spirit be on me. And I just be like, oh, I just don't want to deal with that right now. But I know eventually I'm going to have to do it if I want my life to change. And this is the same thing that spirit is telling you. Okay. So this person is telling you they're going to love you always and forever. They want to wake up beside you every day. You are this person's everything. Okay. You are their heart's desire. Okay. All right. And they choose you above all others. There is no one else for this person but you. Okay. But like I said, you have to believe. You have to put aside all that shit. And I know it's hard because I'm going through the same thing. That's why I feel like spirit gives me the messages that they give me, is because I've been through it. I know how it feels. I'm not just somebody that's talking about it and has not experienced it. So I know it's difficult. That's why we put these readings up every week. And I tell y'all can do it. You can get through it. Just take baby steps. It's not going to be something that you've been in all your life. You're going to be able to just let it go in a matter of fucking hours. It don't work like that, because these are well-established habits, and you just gotta go through it until you can get through it. So this person wants to tell you how they feel. They're telling you it's time for them to heal now. So like I told you, they had some type of loss in their life, whether it was a relationship, somebody passed away, something like that. The fact that I'm seeing that cemetery is telling me that for some of you, your people may have experienced the death in their life. Okay. Then we've got, I see life differently now. Okay. So let me get, before you go, I'm going to get a Romance Angel Oracle card to see what else Spirit wants to tell you about the reading. But like I said, don't give up, Libra. I know it's hard. But look, you got somebody coming with a fucking offer that is ready to love you the way you've always wanted to love you, to fucking communicate with you. You know, there's going to be a lot of growth and expansion. You're going to be happy with this person, because a lot of times when I read for y'all, the sun comes up. And the sun is the strongest card in the deck. It's the happiest you can be. And so don't fucking sabotage yourself by trying to stay who you used to be, or do the old shit you used to be, because you know where it's like the Matrix. You know the Matrix, when Neo is in the car with what's her face, Trinity, and in the back seat when they go to take that thing that whatever it was they put in, that the tracking device they put in his navel or whatever, and before she does it, she tells him, she opens up the door and she was like, you can leave when you want to leave, but you know where that path goes. You've already been down there. So I'm telling you the same thing. You know what the old shit is going to bring you, because you've done it over and over and over again all your life. You beat your head against the wall all your life and didn't know why it was hurt. So now Spirit is telling you, very soon, clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. Okay, you have the capacity or the potential to decide the way you want this person to show up for you. You can't decide when they're going to show up, but you can decide what it is that you want when this person comes in. Because look at this person. Look at how devoted they are to this woman. Look at how this woman is landing. And guys, make it fit. Switch it. Woman over here, man over here. You know, look at how they are with each other. Okay? So if you want this type of love, Spirit is trying to tell you how to get it, but don't fucking fight me in the comments, because I'm trying to damn help you. And I told you what's gonna happen. You come at me in them comments with that foolishness, and I'm just gonna cut it. Because like I said, it's too many people starting to get foolish with me. And like I said, I'm trying to, I've tried to be nice, but now it's time for me to set boundaries. Okay? And Spirit is for it. They all for it. They like, stand up for yourself. They tell me that all the time. Okay? So I wish you the best of luck. I hope this helped. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you'd like to book a personal reading, there's a link in the description box below. Please have a good day and a good rest of your week, and I will talk to you soon. Bye, Libra. Hi, Libra. Welcome back to Leigh's Intuitive Tarot. My name is Leigh, and today we're going to take a look at what's going on with you and your soulmate when it comes to your love life. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you'd like to book a personal reading, there's a link in the description box below. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, let me say this again, because I feel like some people that are coming into these reads, they like misinterpreting what's going on. Okay, so this is a soulmate reading. We are not talking about the twin, because I had somebody in the comments say something about that's it with the person and they not going back to him. And I'm like, what is this person talking about? Because we ain't even talking about no twin. So I don't understand what that comment was about. But for those of you that are just tuning in, we read about the soulmate. We don't mess around with the twin. If any cards for the twin come up, unless it's something that Spirit lets me know is pressing, we might talk about it for a few seconds and then I put it to the side. So if you're looking for twin flame readings, we're not doing that. We passed that. Okay? All right. Okay, here we go, Libra. Overall energy for this week's reading is the High Priestess. This is Pisces energy. It is talking about, listening to your intuition. Okay? So I feel like that's what both you and your person are doing at this time. Okay? Because the two of you are preparing, to come into union. Okay? Underneath this is the Two of Swords. So this is talking about, getting your head out of the sand. This is like going to be the time to either shit or get off the pot. This can speak of, like refusing to see red flags and stuff like that. So I feel like Spirit is telling you to listen to your intuition and pay attention to the red flags. Not only the other person's red flags, but your red flags as well. Because there may be some things that you may be refusing to see about yourself. Because as I tell y'all, and some people don't want to hear this life is a mirror. So whatever is going on with you, whatever's going on in your life, the areas you don't like in your life, it has something to do with your mental. It has something to do with what you're thinking on a subconscious level. So when I say this to you and you fight it, you're basically identifying with the very thing that you don't want to have in your life, okay? Underneath this is the Ten of Pentacles. This is talking about, money, love, leaving a legacy, okay? So like I hear, trust funds and all that types of stuff. So it's like big money coming to you. You and this person are going to be each other's like lucky charms, okay? And you're going to like level up. I feel like the two of you coming together, you, like I said, it might heighten your psychic abilities. It may also heighten like money wise. You're going to bring the two of you being together are going to, you're going to manifest a lot of money. Okay. All right. Underneath this is, again, here's another two, the Two of Wands. This is talking about being at a crossroads. It's speaking of when this twin comes back and you're going to have to make a decision between this twin and the soulmate. So it's up to you, whatever it is you want to do. Okay. I'm not judging one way or the other, but I'm just telling you, if you want to be with the twin, for those of you who don't understand this, you're going to reap what you've sown. So it's like you're going to go right back through that karmic pattern that you went through before. So I'm just putting that out there for you. So we also have the Five of Cups showing up here. This is talking about, you and your person having gone through separately through heartbreak, breakup, separation. And I feel like, it's just a situation where, you're crying over spilled milk, looking at the things that happened to you in your past, and Spirit is telling you it's time to pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and move forward. Okay. And you had a missed opportunity with this other person, but look, we want to miss that opportunity. We don't want that anymore. Okay. All right. So there is a Tower moment coming because the Tower card was up under that Four of Cups. Okay. So we're going to start by clarifying the High Priestess. Yeah. See, Spirit is telling you, you got free will, okay? When it comes to your person, we got the Two of Cups here. This is talking about a strong connection, mutual attraction between you and this new person coming together. And the Two of Cups is a soulmate card. But Spirit is telling you, you have free will to decide if you want to listen to your intuition or you don't. If you want to make the decision you need to make or you don't, or you want to, you want to look at the red flags or you don't. But they're also saying what I always tell you, don't come in the comments with the BS because you chose to take a different path and it didn't turn out the way you wanted it to. That's all I'm telling you. I'm not saying, you can't go off in a different direction if that's what you want to do, but you got to be willing to deal with the consequences, because the person that you've wanted, what you've been praying for all your life, is the one that's coming now. So it's up to you what you want to do, is what Spirit is saying. Okay. All right. The High Priestess. Okay. Okay, here they go. They can't stay away. This twin. So I'm just gonna throw the card to the side. I don't know why. All of a sudden, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I spoke them up. So we finna just circumvent that. Okay. So the card that represents you this week, where you are in this connection, is the Star. This is Aquarius energy. It is talking about healing. All right. It is also speaking of like you wishing on a star, and this can speak of Spirit saying that you're about to get what it is you want, which is what I just told you a few seconds ago. Okay. So let's clarify the Star. All right. See, I don't know why this person keep coming up in here. Okay. Here we go. So the twin is showing up again. Okay. This is about, them settling. I feel like Spirit is saying when you were with this person and all the people that you were with in your past, Libra, you were settling. Okay. This twin is still wrapped up in some type of karmic situation, and they're settling, is what Spirit is saying as well. But You have gone through that and you are trying to reinvent yourself now. That's what you're going through at this time, a reinvention. Okay. All right. Let me pull a card for your person. Star. Okay. We got anger issues showing up. That's the twin. I'm just going to throw it to the side. Star. Okay. When it comes to your person, they've gone through painful love, you know, and a lot of thorns, a lot of slings and arrows, just like you have when it comes to, you know, their love relationship in the past. Okay, but the two of you are about to meet each other and it's going to be paradise. I hear Sade in my head singing like Paradise, that song like Paradise. Okay, so it says happiness and joy, playfulness, enjoying each other, the honeymoon phase. So this is what it's going to be like when the two of you come together. Okay, we getting rid of all that shit from the past. We letting it go, okay? When it comes to your person, they're showing up with the moon. This is Pisces energy again. It can also be Cancer because Cancer is ruled by the moon. Let's clarify and see what Spirit wants to say about the moon cards. Moon, please. Okay. Moon. Okay, this person may have children, or this could speak of them having inner childhood wounding that they're trying to heal, okay, at this time. This person could be showing up in your life for some of you as early as the springtime. And then we've got this card here, loves your scent. So this person is going to be someone that loves the way you smell, okay? All right, so we got the moon card, like I said, showing up here. So a lot of times this speaks of secrets. Let me see what else Spirit wants to say. The moon. Okay, so this person is leveling themselves up. They're evolving and going through a growth period. Okay, stepping into their next phase, healing their inner child. See, I told you. See, it says it on here. Healing their inner child, and here's the children card. So that's what they're doing, and they're doing this under the cover of the moon. So they're doing it. Nobody realizes or knows that they're doing it. Okay, except for, I guess, Spirit. All right. Okay, so when it comes to the energy between the both of you, we have the Queen of Pentacles. This is an earth sign or someone with a lot of earth in their chart towards Virgo Capricorn. This is saying that you two are seeing each other as the one, okay? The one you want to have a long-term, stable, and committed relationship with. You see each other as your life, you know, as the other person. Each person sees the other one as a life partner, okay? Let's clarify. Queen of Pentacles. Okay. Okay. The twin numbing. Okay. That is talk about them numbing their feelings or whatever. Like I said, we don't care about that. All right. Here we go. Okay, Pentacles. Okay. Then we've got the trickster card showing up here. Okay. So I feel like what is going on here is your Spirit is saying that both you and this person have, you know, dealt with people in your lives, love wise. You know, it could have been in other relationships as well that were tricksters that made you think they were one way. And then when you got into a connection with them or you got deeper with them, they, you know, began to act like something else, act like their true selves. And it was, you know, it was some kind of crazy shit that you didn't want to deal with. Okay. They ended up being a trickster. Okay. So you're going to have a love offer coming in is what Spirit is saying here. Okay. You're going to be receiving a love offer, and Spirit, this received card is coming up because Spirit is saying, if you want to be with this person, okay, you have the potential, like I said, to have a family with this person. You know, that's why that 10 of Pentacles was coming up, because it's talking about, you know, leaving a legacy. And Spirit is telling you, you have to make sure you open yourself up to this love offer. Okay. You may be nervous. I understand, because you went through a lot of shit. I see the 5 of Cups showing up here in the overall energy pile. But you have, like I said, you got to heal yourself and get yourself to the point to where, you know, you're going to be a little bit, you know, there's going to be a little bit of trepidation. You're going to be a little bit nervous. There's nothing wrong with that. But you know, like if you're like really anxious and all this kind of stuff, then there's still some things you need to take a look at and you need to heal. When you think about coming together with this person, that's going to be very telling about where you are mentally, emotionally, you know, spiritually and physically where you are in your life, okay? Because if you're feeling anxiety when you think about coming together with this person, then there's still some things you need to look at. That's how you know. Look at the situation, and if you're not just in a state of excitement or anticipation or something like that, if you're feeling anything other than that, then there's still some stuff you got to look at, okay? All right. Queen of Pentacles. Okay, so yeah, there are going to be a lot of love calls between you and this person. You're going to be expressing love, sending, texting, sending messages of love, telling each other you're thinking of each other. And this person is going to be very open and honest, very transparent about the way that they feel. And they're going to let you know all of it, okay? Like I said, I'm not saying as soon as they step into your life, they're going to, I'm not saying that, because everybody got to go at their own pace. For some of you, that may happen. But for others of you, this person has to feel you out a little bit because, like I said, both of you have been traumatized, okay? So when it comes to what is within your power to change, we've got the Eight of Wands here, okay? This can speak of manifestation. It can also talk about communication, like whether or not you choose to communicate with this person. It's up to you. You have a choice. You have the free will to do that. If you want to do it or if you don't want to do it, it's up to you. Yeah, see, because you're heading in a new direction is what Spirit is saying, okay? So if you want things to be different, you got to act differently too, okay? You got to be receptive to what's coming in, and you have to realize that, you got to function differently if you want a different outcome. So we have the happiness card showing up here on your person's side. So the two of you are going to be very happy, okay? If you decide to be with this person, you're both going to be headed in a new direction and headed towards happiness, okay? All right, so hold on. Yeah, you're going to be making new memories with the picture card. So when it comes to what is not in your power to change, here's the Ten of Cups. This is talking about, this is the marriage card. This is the happiness card. This is the family, creating the family, okay? And Spirit is telling you that this person is coming into your life whether you want them to or not, because you got to make this decision. All right. You have to make the decision between the twin, this new person, or some of you choose to pick yourself. OK. And when you tell me this in the comments, I'm just wondering why you're watching Love Tarot. I'm not telling you to not watch it, but I find it interesting because if I didn't want to be in a relationship, I would not be watching no damn Love Tarot. What you watching it for? I don't understand. What do you want to know what's coming up for if you don't want to entertain it? I don't know. Whoever does that, and I would like to know what your reasoning is, okay? Because if you're not wanting to love, I kind of feel like that's kind of like you kind of like torturing yourself, because why are you looking at things that you saying you don't want, or unless you in this Two of Swords energy here, where you're not looking at what's really going on. You're not really looking at yourself and seeing that deep down inside you do want to be with somebody. That's what I'm thinking. You do really do want to be with somebody, and you just saying that. You just saying that because of, I guess, whatever way you feeling on that day, I guess. That's all I can think of. Okay, let's clarify. Okay, here go the twin again. The twin is a snake. We know that. All right, let me get it. See if I can get another one. Ten of Cups. Okay, they're emotionally withdrawn. We throw that to the side. I'm gonna switch decks now. Ten of Cups. Okay, so for some of you, this person is going to be coming in, or not even coming in. I feel like you may get into this Ten of Cups energy, which means the two of you, having that higher level of commitment, starting your family, so on and so forth, by the summertime. Okay, or as early as the summertime is what I feel like Spirit is saying. Okay, and Spirit is telling you to be patient. Okay. Because like I said, it's two different people that have to come together. It's not one person just having to get themselves together. That's why I tell y'all, take this time. This separation time is important for you to be, doing the things you need to do. So we've got the date card here. It's saying get back out there, meeting someone new, setting a date. You could be finding your person online. It's going to be different for everybody. Okay. All right. So when it comes to what action is in your highest interest, we have the Nine of Cups here. So the Nine of Cups is talking about wish fulfillment. I feel like Spirit is saying, go towards the things that fulfill you. Okay.
even if it's something that scares you, okay? That's become my thing now, where I'm like, if it scares me, I'm just gonna go and do it. Whatever it is, I'm gonna build up my courage and my inner strength and my belief in myself, and I'm gonna do it. And I feel like that's what Spirit is telling you. Whatever makes you happy, because that staying in that happy energy and that, contentment, that's what's gonna help to draw your person to you. Okay, let's clarify. Yeah, here's the crossroads again. Okay, you're gonna have to make a decision also about what makes you happy. Okay, the fear card, that's the twin. Come on, 9 of cups, please. This make me laugh. I'm gonna show you all these cards at the end of the read so you can see how many dang cards have come up for this person who we don't want to talk about. See, look, they apologizing, they feel inadequate. Okay, so anyway, like I said, there's going to be a crossroads. The old person we just talked about, and then this new person. You're meeting someone new for everybody. And you just got to decide what you want, okay? And like I told you, it could be a third option where you choose to choose yourself. And you don't want to be in a relationship. It's up to you. Okay, so we got 2 cards that fell here. The first one says addiction. It's talking about codependency, obsession, emotional blocks. Okay. If you have any of those things are things you need to take a look at. And this is also about, both you and your person learning how to heal your heart. Okay. Healing the heartbreak, the toxicity or the addictions, and the fallout from the abusive relationship. Okay. All right. Look at all these cards. Look at all these cards. Look at all these cards. I could have done a whole other reading with all the cards that the twin keeps trying to throw out here. Okay. So now we're going to get some messages from Spirit and see what else they want to tell you about the reading. Okay. See, look, they still coming out. Twin flame card there. Okay. It says clarity. Your soul is guiding you to the answers you seek. So those of you, if you're questioning and wondering about a lot of different things, you're going to be receiving guidance. That's why this High Priestess card is coming up. Spirit is telling you to listen to your intuition. And then, of course, you have a soul team. You have a team of people that are helping you behind the scenes in the 5D. So you've got boundaries showing up. So Spirit is saying someone needs to clearly state their position and draw the line so the expectations of this partnership are clear. I've been telling everybody this week. You need to make a list of what it is that you're expecting to happen in this connection. Okay, what things you want to happen in this connection, because you need to let this person know what is good, what is going to work for you and what is not going to work for you. That's what's going to help you to avoid a lot of landmines in the beginning. Okay, so like I'm gonna give you an example. For me, I don't want somebody that comes in and talks to me for like, I don't know, a month every day, and then they disappear for like 2 or 3 days or something like that. I don't like that, because my thing is if you're gonna be here, be here. So that's like one of mine. So you got to think about you. What is, what are your deal breakers? What are things that you want to have in the relationship? And you need to discuss this with this person in the beginning, so that you're not stepping on their toes and they're not stepping on yours. And they need to be telling you, they need to be setting their boundaries too and telling you what they're looking for and what they're not, because like for instance, loyalty comes up a lot. This person's going to want you to be loyal. This is going to be somebody where they're all focused on you, Libra, and they're going to want you to be the same way with them. They're not going to want you to be out and about with other people. And I don't feel like you're going to do that, but I feel like that's what this person's been exposed to in the past. And so they may be a little adamant about making sure you understand that if the two of you decide to be exclusive, that you be exclusive. Just like I say, if you're going to be here, be here. Okay. So it's different for everybody. Then we've got shadow work. Spirit is saying someone needs to face their fears and their shadow side. Okay. All right. So that's what we're talking about when I'm telling you to prepare yourself for this person. Clean up any last minute stuff that you need to take a look at. All right. Because I feel like when this person comes in, it's like your life is gonna take off for both of you. And you don't want to be trying to play catch up because you didn't do the things you were supposed to do before this. And then too, You don't want to be showing up acting crazy because you didn't fix your shit. Okay. I'm not saying y'all are not, or this is what's going to happen, but that's what happens. Cause we got to talk. I got to tell a quick story. So I was watching on Netflix. What is that show? What's the one where they in the Love is Blind. I was watching Love is Blind, and there was a couple on there, right, where the girl had anxious attachment, right, and the guy had secure attachment, a secure attachment style. Okay, so the anxious attachment style, you got abandonment issues, any little thing you scared the person is going to leave you, all these types of things, right? That's why I'm not calling no names, because we're just talking about this in a roundabout way. I'm trying to give you an example. So the minute they got together, you could tell she wasn't healed from whatever happened to her in the past. Okay. So they were having, let me say it like, they didn't have any misunderstandings. Let me say it like this. Okay. They had gone to a gathering with all the other people that had formed couples, right? So when they come back from the gathering, the guy comes in and he's the type of person where he has to, the way he processes is by talking about what has happened. Okay. So he was talking about what the guys were talking about, and he was saying something about nobody's sure that they want to go forward and get married at the end of the show. If you don't know what Love is Blind is, these people go into a room, they each go into a room where they can't see each other. They date all these different people, and then they basically fall in love with people that they've never seen, and they don't get to see the person until after they get engaged. And so then after that, it's like the build up to the wedding, and they have to decide at the altar if they want to marry the person or not. So that's just a short synopsis. So anyway, the guy is trying to process what's going on. He tells the girl that she is, that none of the guys are sure that they want to get married, which is fair, because they just got together. It had only been a few days since they actually been interacting with the people that they were supposed to marry. And the girl, she starts to get upset, and she's like, well, I don't want to hear anything about that, and then he's trying to calm her down, and she's like, oh, well, you don't love me and this and that and all. And I'm like, how did we get from talking about what happened to the party to all of a sudden, the dude don't love you? And he didn't say any of these things, but it was her blowing all this shit up in her head because she is anxiously attached. And I get it, because I used to be anxiously attached too. But what I'm trying to tell you is that if you don't fix this stuff, you're going to purposefully fuck up your relationship. You're going to keep doing that and keep doing stuff like that until you self-sabotage. I'm not saying what she did you're going to do. I'm saying these are the things that happen, and it's like you can't control it because you're on autopilot. Your subconscious mind is like, okay, we in this relationship, and we're not comfortable in relationships, so we gotta self-sabotage. We gotta make sure we shut this down because we can't be in no relationship. And so it's like your subconscious mind thinks it's trying to help you, and then it just ends up self-sabotaging you, making you say shit like she just kept telling the dude that he didn't love her. And I was like, when did he say that? He never said that. But in her mind, all these things were going on, and that's what ended up happening. She ended up sabotaging the thing, and the dude just was like, I can't do it. And she was trying to kept asking him, don't you want to try? Don't you want to try? And he was like, no. He was like, because you keep telling me that I don't have feelings for you, and that I feel like this and I feel like that. And he's like, I can't continue to do that. So I'm telling you this story, not because I want to talk about Netflix shows. I'm telling you this story to show you an example of how this works. The fact that, you may think you're going to go, you may think that you're going to go into a connection with somebody, and, if you haven't dealt with your shit, and think that, that won't happen, this and that. But I'm telling you, you'll get into some shit, and somebody will trigger you, the person will trigger you, or a circumstance will trigger you, or a situation will trigger you, and then you'll be going down that path, and you won't even fucking realize you're doing it. So saying all of this to tell you, please do what you need to do to heal yourself. Because I don't want y'all coming to me in the comments telling me that you messed up your chance with your person or whatever because you didn't do what spirit keeps telling you to do. Okay? All right. Okay, let's get some messages from your person. Okay. So we've got, thank you for being there for me when I needed it most. Okay. We have, I'm so proud of everything you do. Then we have, I feel like I've known you all my life, yet you're so mysterious. Okay. So you and this person, like I said, you're going to have a lot of common bonds between each other. Okay, let's get some more messages. Okay, so we have, I hide my feelings. I feel like that's what they're doing now. Like I said, they're waiting for spirit to tap them on the shoulder and tell them they can go in. They find you so attractive. They're in love with you. They're starting to understand your connection. And then we've got, they want you so badly. Okay. All right. Let me get one of these. Okay. So we have inspiration. It says, there is no one else who inspires me the way you do. I am so proud of you, your achievements and gifts. Your love really gives me strength and courage to strive for more out of life. Okay. And then we've got surprise showing up here. It says, I'm planning to surprise you soon with a gift from the heart. Get ready to receive something special soon that expresses how I feel about you. The gift could come in any form in the physical or spiritual realms, and it will bring us closer. The romantic gesture, 3D communication, or telepathic communication is on its way to you. Okay? Okay. All right. So let's get a message from spirit before you go with the Black Hollywood Romance Stars Oracle cards. Okay. So we've got higher self. It says, no matter how dark or muddy your path may be, trust the guidance of your higher self. Again, it's showing up again here, right? That's the high priestess there. Same message. We have love language. It says learning and understanding each other's love languages are essential to meeting each other's emotional needs. Okay. You got to understand how your person wants to be loved. They need to understand how you want to be loved. That's part of you making the list and letting the person know what you need out of the connection. They'll know, okay, you need somebody that's going to be here, or for them, they need somebody who's going to be loyal. So, like I said, what your boundaries are. Because like I said in the beginning, a lot of us, we so happy and so excited to be in a connection with somebody. We don't have these conversations. We like go speeding into a connection with somebody, dating them, doing this and doing that. And the infatuation and the feelings take over. And then the next thing there's a bump in the road because nobody talked about anything. So that's why I'm telling you, let's get on the page of wanting to let this person know what your needs are so you can get your needs met. Because I feel like that's an issue too, is that maybe in the past, a lot of you have not communicated your needs and, thinking that the other person was just going to know what they were, or that in a relationship, because these are stereotypes. These are things that we all learn stuff from society, the things that we're taught, So you may not understand, or at the time in the past, you may not have realized that, okay, I need to tell this person what my needs are, okay? And not just expect them to figure it out. I'm not saying that's what you're doing. I'm just saying that will help things to move along in a easier manner, okay? That will cut down on a lot of, tension or disagreements or anything like that, or, because you don't know. Because like I said, there could be something that a lot of people do where, that may be a pet peeve of yours, or vice versa. Okay. You got to think about that. We're all different human beings with different experiences. And even though you and this person have had similar experiences, there may be, a difference in the way that you do things. Okay. All right. Then we've got make a move. It says the time is now. Someone is planning to take action, or it's time for you to make the move. I feel like this is talking about your person, okay? The soulmate, because we had, where is it at? The love offer card show up. So for some of you, this person is about to come in soon, okay? All right. Libra, I hope this helped. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you'd like to book a personal reading, there's a link in the description box below. Please have a good day and a good rest of your week, and I will talk to you soon. Bye, Libra. Hi, Libra. Welcome back to Leigh's Intuitive Tarot. My name is Leigh, and today we're gonna delve further into this new love relationship with this soulmate by looking at both of your perspectives on it. Okay. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you'd like to book a personal reading, there's a link in the description box below. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. Okay, here we go, Libra. Overall energy for this week's reading is the star. This is Aquarius energy. It is talking about, you healing, and you've wished upon a star for this relationship, and so has your person. I feel like you both prayed for it, and now it's coming to fruition. Okay. With the Temperance card, Sagittarius energy, this is talking about a balance. Okay. You know what's interesting? I rarely look at these cards, but look at these three cards. Look at these cards. There are three of these, and it's normally it's temperance, it's about balance, right? So I feel like this is representing what you've gone through. One is the twin, one is you, and one is your person, or it could go the other way. Like I said, one is you, one is your new person, the soulmate, and one of them is their person. Okay. All right. Underneath this is the Emperor card. This is Aries energy. Your person may have fire, or being Aries, you could have fire placements as well. This is talking about, fatherhood energy, like building a family with someone. Okay. And look, there's the blue dragon from this card here. See it in this card. So this is about, stability, long-term commitment, somebody, very practical, someone who, gets the job done is what I'm hearing. Okay. All right. And then we have the Queen of Wands showing up here. Fire sign is someone with a lot of fire in the chart. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. I feel like this is both of you preparing yourself for this connection. You are stepping into your protective energy, your leadership energy. You are, I feel like dotting all your I's, crossing your T's, getting everything, putting everything in a row, getting everything together so you can come together. Okay. All right. Yeah. Because there's been heartbreak in the past with the Three of Swords. All right. So we're going to start by clarifying this star card. The star, please. Okay, so, all right, we've got the Pride and Ego card showing up here. I feel like, this is going to be an end to any pride and ego that you may be holding on to when it's come to, or any pride and ego you've experienced in other relationships. And also, this is about you, putting it in also to your inner childhood wounds, your wounding, you healing that. Okay. And letting go of any pride and ego and surrendering to this connection. Okay. All right. Let's get some cards for your person, the star. Okay. When it comes to your person, like I said, they're in love with you. Okay. And we've got this butterfly card, the renewal. So they're, the caterpillar becoming a butterfly, becoming the person who can step into this love and give it to you the way that you want so that you can do the same for them. Okay. All right. So the first card we're going to take a look at represents how you both see each other. All right. Oh, excuse me. How you both represent yourself. Sorry. So you've got the Tower. This is Scorpio energy. I feel like, this is you saying, you feel like you've, destructed, you've been destructive. You've torn down all of the shit from the past and you're ready to come forward with this person, brand new and rebuild. Come forward with a clean slate. Okay. Let's clarify. The Tower, please. All right, here we go. Okay. This came out for somebody else earlier this week that I read for. So it's time for you to stop seeing yourself in this energy. Stop looking at yourself as a victim. The fact that the Tower card is coming out and it's clarifying the Tower card, I feel like that's what you're doing when it comes to your foundation. You're tearing out all this shit, this victimhood shit. You're letting it go. Okay. You're realizing you can't hold on to that and step into a new relationship with somebody because your person is returning. Okay. That's what Spirit is telling you. But you got to get out of this, Libra. Don't hang on to this anymore. It's time for you to let it go. Realize things happened. Okay. This person was a fucker, but they came into your life and they taught you things about valuing yourself and about loving yourself and about putting you first. And sometimes you got to fucking suffer in order to find out that stuff. And it's sad. I hate to have to learn lessons by struggle, but sometimes that's the only way you can learn it, or that's the only way you can learn it where it's going to fucking stick. Sometimes it got to hurt for you to for it to that lesson to get jammed down in there for you to really understand what's going on. Okay, I'm not laughing at anybody struggling and hurting and all that kind of stuff. I'm just laughing at me. I'm tired, so y'all have to excuse me. I'm not laughing at y'all at all. You know I'm not, because we've all gone through the same thing. Okay, and I will never make light of your pain. Okay, all right. So Spirit is telling you this person is coming. So this is about you tearing down that old foundation and letting go of how you of identifying as a victim. Okay. I had somebody in the comments this week come and was, they were talking about their past experiences and they've begun to identify in this type of way. And I'm telling them, you have to stop. If you want your life to change, you got to start telling a different fucking story. You got to stop telling this story. Okay. This is not you anymore. This right here is not you anymore. This is you. Okay. Your person is coming back. Okay. From the past life. They holding out their hand. You going to take this damn hand and you going to ride off into the damn sunset with this person. That's what I'm saying. Okay. And you need to start. That's the story you need to start telling yourself. Okay. That's what this is about you tearing down that damn foundation and saying, okay, that's not me anymore. This will no longer be how I represent. All right. So when it comes to your person and how they represent themselves, look, okay, this what I'm talking about. This fucking person love themselves. Okay. This the type of shit I like to see. Look at the cups on this card. All of the damn cups got rainbows shooting out of them. That's what the fuck I'm talking about. You love yourself so much that you got rainbows shooting out every goddamn orifice. I love it. I fucking love it. This is the energy you got to sit in. Because if you want somebody to love you like this, you got to fucking love you like this. Okay? All right, let's clarify. Okay, so we have the determination card and we have substances affecting your life. So for some of you, that's why this connection is on hold right now. This person's got something that they're having to work through. Okay. I talked to somebody in the comments this past week that told me about their person when this card came up for them. And they said that it wasn't serious. That they had, like, I think she said they smoked cigarettes and weed. And then there was something else. It might have been, they drink or whatever, but she said it's not bad. So that's what I'm trying to tell you. Whatever this person was doing, I hear teetotaling in my head. I don't know why I hear that, but that's what I hear. I hear the teetotaling. So whatever they were doing, they are, hemming themselves up. They getting themselves together because they know they can't come into this relationship like this. This person knows that they got to be on their fucking toes. Okay. They know they got to be 10 toes down when they come in with you, and they are working on it. You see, they cutting off that T and saying they can do it. All right. Okay. So when it comes to the next two cards, we're going to talk about, this talks about how you see each other. So when it comes to how you see this person, they're showing up for you as the Knight of Cups. So water sign is someone with a lot of water in their chart, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. This is about them coming forward. You see them, being completely open and honest about their feelings, their heart on their sleeve, laying their cards out on the table. This is the type of shit you always wanted. And Spirit is telling you that this is how this person is going to show up for you. Okay? Let's clarify. Knight of Cups. Okay. Ooh, it's hot. Okay, so see, you got to purge. Spirit is telling you to continue to let go of the things that no longer serve you, because look, your person is coming. And look at this soulmate card. Look at what this person is doing. Okay, guys, put yourself where you go. Okay, this person is proposing. Like I told you, this person is coming in with the intention of locking you down in a good way. Okay, all right. Okay, so when it comes to how your person sees you, we have the Ten of Wands, okay? They're seeing you as burdened because they realize that there's some stuff that you still have to let go of. And we know this, right? We know this. Spirit just talked about it. You need to purge. And we just talked about this damn victim card, right? That I just told you about. So this person realizes that there are things that you need to continue to let go of. This is not them seeing you as a burden. This is them seeing you carrying burdens, like carrying, like bag lady, bag man, carrying your baggage. That's what they're talking about. Okay, let's clarify. Now I hear Erykah Badu with the bag lady song in my head. She say, you can't, you gonna, she say, bag lady, hurry up. She say, you gonna miss your bus. She say, but you can't hurry up because you got too much stuff. I don't know why the fuck I am getting all this stuff and it's making me laugh. I don't know. I think it's because I'm tired. That's what it is. So we got past life connection showing up. Like I told you, this person is from a past life. The new people, I'm telling this to the new people. So that's why we talk about reconciliation, reunion. That's why we using the re in front of these words, because this person, you know who this person is on a soul level. Okay. They have had issues with feeling inadequate because of the relationships they were in. Like I've told some of y'all before, some of the signs before, I may not have directly told y'all. This person was in relationships with people who were with them just for what they had and not for who they are. And so that's one thing Spirit is saying. It will behoove you to let this person know that when you get with them, if this is, if you feel like you're with them just because it's them and not for anything that they have, you need to make sure you let them know that. Because I feel like, they've kind of had their self-esteem chipped away at as well because of that. And like I said, I've talked about this before in the past. For a man, that's a difficult thing to have some. I'm not saying it don't hurt women too. Okay, so don't come at me in the comments with the BS. But I'm telling you, for a man, that's like, okay? So make sure, your person's going to build you up. So build them up as well. It's like I said, it's a team effort. Okay. I'm not telling you to do something that this person is not going to do for you. Okay. So it's about this person coming in and seizing this opportunity because they realize that you're the one. All right. You're the one for them. Okay. The next card we're going to take a look at represents, what are we looking at? How you both feel about the relationship. So for you, we've got the King of Wands showing up here. So you're excited. This is a fire sign or someone with a lot of fire in their chart. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. You're excited about this. You're passionate. You raring to go. You ready to go, Libra. I love this. I love that you're showing up in this energy like this. Okay, let's clarify. You like, let's go. Wait, look, where they at? Let's go. Okay, so we have the refocus card. Spirit is saying, for some of you, you may be looking at regrets, things that you've regretted that have happened in the past. Some of you could be looking at what happened with this twin and feeling like that. But, I always tell you, it had to happen the way it needed to happen because you needed to learn what it was you needed to learn. And like I told you, sometimes it's through struggle. Sometimes it's through feeling bad. Sometimes it's through pain. But you're strong, Libra, because you still here. You went through all this shit and you still fucking here. And you got a reward coming, towards you. So you need to let go of this regret and refocus. Okay? Focus on the positive. things that are the positive aspects of what's happening in your life right now. Okay. All right. So when it comes to your person and how they feel about the relationship, we got the Queen of Swords. So air sign or someone with a lot of air in their chart, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. I feel like this person, you know, wants to be in this relationship. Okay. They see that, the similarities between the two of you, that you've both been through a lot, that, you both have suppressed emotions and all kinds of things like that. And I feel like they're wanting the both of you to come together so you can come out of this energy with the Queen of Swords. Okay. All right. Let's clarify. Yeah. See, Spirit is telling you this Queen of Swords, where you're suppressing emotions and, because you've gotten hurt and you've been through all this shit, it's over. That's what Spirit is telling you. So have patience. Your person is coming. They're coming for you. It's not a thing of where they come for everybody else, but they're not coming for you. They coming for you too, but it has to be when it's right for you. So these other people where their people are coming in before you, it was the right time for this to happen to them. Some of these people that are getting these people, they waited for years for these people to show up. I'm not saying you haven't waited a long time as well, but what I'm trying to tell you is that it comes when it's supposed to come. Okay. So don't be feeling no kind of way. Just look at that and be happy for those people, just like you would want them to be happy for you when your person shows up. Okay. All right. So the next card we're going to take a look at is talking about what you both want from the relationship. So for you, we have the Chariot. Okay. You're wanting success. You're wanting to overcome whatever obstacles are standing in the way for the both of you, for you to come together and, and to make this relationship work. Confirmation burp. I never used to burp during readings, but now all of a sudden I start burping. I don't know. All kinds of things happen. Like I told you, I get hot, my nose runs, a lot of things happen when I channel. Okay, so this is about you heading in a new direction. So Spirit is telling you, take this time, this separation, this pause to focus on the things, continue to focus on the things you need to focus on. Because like I said, when this person comes in, you're not going to have time for that. So that's why it's important for you. It's imperative for you to do this right now. And it's imperative for your person to do it as well. Okay. So when it comes to your person, okay, and how they and what they want from the relationship, we got the Queen of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles. I love these cards that are coming up. Your person, I love the energy that your person is sitting in. It puts a smile on my face. I feel like that's why I'm smiling and laughing and stuff like that, because I'm picking up on this person's excitement. So the Queen of Cups, water sign or someone with a lot of water in their chart, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. This is Scorpio when it shows up for me. So you may have Scorpio placements or your person may have. And then we've got the Ten of Pentacles. So this person has a lot of love for you, okay? They have a lot of love for you, and they want to be able to give you this love and for you to give them the same amount of love, the equal love. And then with the Ten of Pentacles, for the two of you to grow and blossom together, money-wise, family-wise, in all the areas of your life. They want the two of you to flourish in every area you can, okay? All right, let's clarify. Okay, yeah. So this person is getting clarity about their lives and they're fixing what is broken. Like I said, so we had the substances card showing up here, but I told you they sewing it up, they hemming it up, they're fixing it. Okay, this is not somebody. This is somebody who is very accomplished. Like I said, they could be a CEO, they could have their own business. This could be, this is like some big wig. This person that you're coming together with, they're not some bum or whatever that ain't working, and sometimes they working, and this is not Tyrone, okay? This is not Tyrone from the Erykah Badu damn song. This is somebody very impressive. That's what I'm trying to get you to see, the level that this person is on. Not that you, and I'm not saying that you're not, but I'm saying that this is not your average bear that you're getting as a reward, okay? All right, so the last placements we're going to look at, this represents how you both see a possible future together. So we've got the King of Pentacles and the Eight of Swords showing up for you. So I feel like this is about, the two of you unsticking yourselves mentally, like letting go of those limiting beliefs, the negative beliefs, and going towards, each other for a long-term, stable and committed relationship as life partners. Okay. All right. Let's clarify. Yeah. See, y'all got big dreams, and I feel like they're gonna come true because there's your divine masculine right there. Okay. All right. They could be tatted. They might have tattoos. Look, because this person is oof. They got a lot of their whole body is covered with tattoos. Okay. So when it comes to how your person sees a possible future together, the Strength card. This is Leo energy. This is about the both of you believing in yourselves, overcoming the obstacles, building up courage and inner strength in order to step into this relationship. Because it's going to be scary at first. You're going to be nervous. That's normal. There's nothing wrong with that. You're not a bad person for feeling like that. But what I'm telling you is that is that if it's to the point where you're anxious and where you're overwhelmed, there's some shit you need to look at. There's still some doors you need to close or some things that you need to bury. Okay, is what Spirit is saying. Okay, let's clarify. Oh, wait a minute, not for that. That's why I'm hot. Hold on. That's why I'm hot. Passionate romance. Okay, this person is coming in with loyalty, and they're gonna want to navigate this connection carefully. Take their time. With you, move slowly, because like I said, you mean a lot to this person. Because that's why I told you, somebody that really care about you, they not trying to rush. They want to say, this person wants to savor every moment with you. And I think that's so fucking beautiful. I love this energy that this person is sitting in. I love it. Oh my gosh. Okay. So now we're going to get some messages from Spirit. See what else they want to tell you about the reading. Okay. Okay. So Spirit is telling you, heal that broken heart. This is the second time that the Three of Swords is coming up, okay? It says great sadness that will heal with time. Let go of the past. Personal growth that comes from challenges, what we just talked about, right? That's why I told you, you got to learn what you got to learn. And Spirit is going to teach it to you whatever way you need to, you're going to pick it up because we want these to be lifetime lessons so you don't have to repeat them, okay? It says healing misunderstandings and being there for those in need, okay? Then we've got the Six of Swords. So Spirit is telling you, heal this stuff so you can move forward with this new person, okay? Because it's saying the ending of challenging times. Things are looking up. A welcome relief, finding your way to a peaceful place. The end of depression or an illness for any of you who've been sick. And then it says travel or relocation. So your whole life is about to change, Libra. So, this is something, this is like a beautiful thing. It's something that you want to grab onto this with both hands and ride it till the wheels fall off. That's what I say. Okay, let's get some messages from your person. Ooh, you got a lot of stuff. It says, I will wait for a sign from you. Then we have your intellect arouses me. That's the thing I like about this. It's not just lust and love. You're going to have a meeting of the minds. Like I told you, it's going to be in every area, mentally, spiritually, physically. It's all of it. It's all of it. It's not just one thing like, oh, I think you're cute or you so sexy or it's like, like concrete, like things, substance. This person is about substance and not just the other stuff. They like the other things too, but they want to be attracted. They want to fall in love with your mind too, fall in love with your personality, fall in love with who you truly are. That's what I like about this person. Okay. So they tell you, but see, the lust and the love is there too, though. That's what I like about it. It's a well-rounded relationship where you're not lacking in any area, okay? So this person is telling you they want you so badly. They can be themselves with you. And then look, they feel the sexual tension. Like I told you, it's a lot of passion between you and this person. And I'm telling you, because I can feel the damn heat. Y'all going to be ripping off some damn clothes. Y'all going to have to, it's going to be one of the things where you be like, we can't stay here. We got to go. We got to go. We can't be in public for too long. We got to go. We got to go work it out. Okay. All right. So let's get some more messages. So they're saying, I will always come back to you. I only want your love. Okay. I think about you all the time. I hear that song back in the day. I want your love. I need your love. That's back in the day. That's like 70s, 80s. Back, I think it's like the 70s. But yeah, that song, I can't remember who sings it. Somebody gonna tell me in the comments though. Thank you, whoever it is. Okay, and let's get these. And then we'll get an oracle card before we let you go. One or two before we let you go. Okay, so it says, I love you. My love for you is infinite. We are bonded in eternal love that is beyond the space, that's beyond space and time. Close your eyes and reach into this infinity. Know that it is real. I really want to reach out to you and tell you how I feel. The love I have for you in my heart, nothing can compare with anything. Remember always, my love, that I love you. Okay. And then we have blessed. Okay. So like I told you, some of y'all are going to be having a family together with this person. It says, I am blessed beyond measure to share such a powerful divine love with you. I am so grateful for you, and I give thanks to the divine creator. Embrace your beautiful divinity. You are a precious gift in my life. Okay. Okay. Didn't that one that you I just said is like a gift? The spirit is giving you the gift or whatever. I think it is. I think it was you that I just said that for. Because remember, I'm doing a lot of different signs. So, okay, let's get these romance angel oracle cards and see what else spirit wants to tell you. I just saw the children card. So again, you know, y'all could be having children or blending families together or both. Okay. But this person would be down with having children with you if that's what you wanted to do. Okay. So we've got, let your friends help you. It says ask for and accept support from others. Okay. Then we have deception. Someone is wearing a false self mask in this relationship. It's the person. Because remember, I told you they already in love with you. They're around you and seeing you on a regular basis, and they having to hold it in. Imagine how difficult that has to be. But Spirit is telling you it's safe for you to love. Open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. So just open yourself up. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. This person's got you. Spirit is there with you as well. Okay, you're protected. This person is protected. Just give it a chance. Okay, Libra. Okay, Libra, I hope this helped. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you'd like to book a personal reading, there's a link in the description box below. Please have a good day and a good rest of your week, and I will talk to you soon. Bye, Libra. Hi, Libra. Welcome back to Leigh's Intuitive Tarot. My name is Leigh, and today we're going to continue on with the new love readings by seeing what's going on with you and your person this week. Okay, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you'd like to book a personal reading, there's a link in the description box below. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. All right. Okay, Libra, overall energy for this week's reading is the World. So this is all signs. It's representing a cycle completion. It's talking about you and your person on a solo level, on an independent level, independent of the connection. You and them overcoming your personal challenges to open up new doors and opportunities for yourselves, and also opening up the doors for the two of you to come together into this connection. Okay. Underneath this is the Three of Swords. This can talk about third party, can talk about, you know, heartbreak, breakup, separation. You know, that both of you have had your heart broken in the past and, you know, many times in different relationships. This is also talking about, you know, it's the Three of Swords. So it's one sword's you, one sword's your person, and one sword's, you know, your twin, or it could be you, your person, and whoever their ex is. Okay. Underneath this is the Judgment card, Scorpio energy. This is talking about having a second chance when it comes to love life. Okay. Under at the bottom of the card, it says karmic review. So I feel like it's just about you getting your, you know, your just desserts, what it is you deserve when it comes to your love life and all the other areas of your life as well. Okay, we've got the Knight of Swords here. Air sign or someone with a lot of air in their chart, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. It says decisive action. So I feel like this is your person making the decision when the time is right to step into your life. They're going to come in out of nowhere, okay, and sweep you off your feet. Okay, so you are awaiting results with the Three of Wands, okay, for some of you. And with the Justice card, again, this is talking about balance and, you know, the soul contract that you have between yourself and your soulmate. So we're going to start by clarifying this World card, okay? Okay, so as we know, you and your person, your soulmate, are currently in separation. And then we've got another card that fell here. It's talking about summertime. So for some of you, you may be coming into a committed relationship in summer, or this could be when, you know, you initially meet your person. It's going to be different for everybody because everybody's on a different, you're on the same timeline, but on different parts of it. Okay. So for some of you, you may have already met your person and you may be committed by summer. For others of you, you know, I feel like you meeting your person may be around the corner. Okay. For others of you, it may be summertime when you meet your person. Okay. Or for others of you, you know what this is? This could be also that you already met your person last summer, this past summer, this year. And, you know, it's talking about this unfolding, you and this person coming together. Okay. All right, so we also have the Afraid to Love card that fell. It says it's natural to guard your heart, but remember, every leap of faith is a chance for a beautiful landing. So for some of you, Spirit is saying you're afraid to open yourself back up to love, okay? You may have locked your heart up because look at the lock here, okay, in the shape of a heart. So this is something you have to overcome. So it may take until summer, you know, that's why I'm always telling you about healing yourself and preparing yourself, because you don't want to miss this opportunity. If you want to be in a relationship with somebody and be treated right, this is the opportunity. This is the time for you to pull out all the stops and do what it is you need to do to prepare for this connection, because this is the sure thing, okay? This person that's coming into your life, okay? But you still have to use discernment. And remember, I always tell y'all that there may be more than one person. There may be more than just the twin coming back and the soulmate coming in. There may be other people as well, because Spirit may want to test you to see, and I know y'all hate to hear that, but I gotta tell you the truth. They may want to test you to see if you've learned all the things that you need to learn, okay? It's going to be different for everybody, or they could use the soulmate to test you. You never know. You never know how anything's going to play out, okay? All right, so let me pull some cards for your soulmates side. Okay, we've got illumination for them. So this is about them, you know, finding out, you know, certain things, being illuminated about certain things in their life. And then we have the fantasy card falling. It says daydreaming, imagining, fantasizing. So this person is fantasizing about you. They do it on a daily basis. Okay. All right. So the first card that fell here, it's representing, you know, your love for your soulmate. So we've got the Knight of Pentacles, okay? It's earth sign or someone with a lot of earth in their chart, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. And as you can see, it says steady progress. So this is about, you know, you stepping into a timeline or a phase of life where you're about to be in a long-term, stable and committed relationship, and it's moving slowly. You see the snail, right? The snail shell here. This is Spirit telling you this is something that needs to move slowly, okay? Because if you're going to be with this person for the rest of your life, or be with them for a long time and be in a committed relationship, there's no need for it to rush. The rush, I feel like, has been a problem for a lot of you. And I'm talking about me too. It used to be me too. And I'm not just talking about Libra. I'm talking about all the signs, okay? Rushing is like the kiss of death, okay? In this type of situation, especially, you know, with you and your soulmate, because you've both been traumatized, you've both been hurt, and, you know, trying to get over that and stuff like that. The last thing you need to do if you're trying to take a chance to step into another connection again is for you to be trying to rush it. Don't rush it, you know? This is a reward from Spirit. I told you, it is a sure thing, but you gotta slow it down and let it take its course, okay? Let it take its time, okay? So let's clarify. Okay. Okay, Libra, we don't have to have a talk here. Okay, so we got the victim card showing up here, all right? This is why it's going slow, all right? This is one of the reasons why. Because you have to get out of this victim mentality. You have to stop thinking about everybody's doing this to you. You don't understand why this and that and this and that, because that's not going to solve anything. I told you, it is the stories that you tell yourself. You got to stop being a victim. Every time something goes down with somebody, it cannot show up in your energy, Libra, if on some level, consciously or unconsciously, But I feel like for most of you, it is unconsciously, because nobody consciously says they want to be dragged. Nobody does that, right? So unconsciously, you've experienced things that have made you come out in this energy. And if you continue in this energy, you're going to be treated like that. You know how they say, what do they say? If you act like a fan, you're going to be treated like a fan, like with celebrities. It's the same thing with relationships. If you act like a victim, people are going to treat you like a victim. So you got to stop telling those stories and saying you're this and you're that and this happened or whatever. You got to start to focus on what it is you want, because that's the way you bring it about. Because that's how you brought about some of this stuff that happened. Like I said, I'm not saying all of this is your fault and you sat down and purposefully tried to put yourself in fucked up situations. I'm not saying that at all. What I am saying, though, is that your thought patterns contribute to what you experience. That's what I'm telling you, okay? Like when you were a kid, the things you experienced and stuff like that, that had nothing to do with you, okay? Because you were a child. When you came here, you were a blank slate. But once you become an adult, all the shit you've picked up becomes your responsibility to heal. That's what I'm trying to get y'all to understand, because I feel like some of y'all may be thinking, okay, well, I'll wait to heal myself, until I get into this relationship with this person. And I'm like, too late. Because I'm going to tell you again, you are responsible for your healing, Libra, nobody else. Okay? I'm responsible for my healing. All the other 11 signs are responsible for their healing. Nobody is getting into a relationship. Nobody should be getting into a relationship expecting the other person to help them heal. This is supposed to be you, showing spirit. Okay, I've been through this stuff, but I refuse to identify like this. I told you it's the way you identify. And if you identify like this, this is what you're going to get. All right. Then we've got the fading feelings card. It says, when feelings start fading, what's left? Reflect on what you're holding on to. Is it the past or potential? So this is for those of you who may have some type of lingering feelings for the twin or for somebody else in the past that when things have fallen apart with that person, you may have people in the past that you felt like were the one that got away or whatever. But I feel like with this fading feelings card, this is about you choosing someone who is where you're okay with the way that they are now. This is not about potential. Fuck potential. Because people can have potential all day long, okay? We all got the potential to win the lottery. It don't mean it's going to happen, okay? So you got to think about it like that. Just because somebody has the potential to be something, it doesn't ever mean that person is ever going to get there. You can't assume that's going to happen. The only thing you can do is ask yourself, okay, this is the way the person is now. Am I okay with this now? If you're not okay with it now, then you need to leave that shit alone. Because getting into a relationship, trying to force somebody or control somebody or manipulate somebody to become something else, it's never going to work. You have to be okay with the way that they are at the moment that the two of you are together, okay? You're going to grow and you're going to change, but sometimes it's for the better and sometimes it's for the worst, okay? All right, let's move on. Okay, the next card we're going to take a look at represents this new person's, the soulmate's love for you. So we got the 5 of Pentacles here. It says isolated and alone at the bottom of the deck. This is talking about your person feeling left out in the cold, okay? I feel like these are just things that they've experienced, okay? This person wants to give you nothing but loyalty. Look at there. Okay. It says trusting, reliability, believing. This person is looking for, looking to be in this relationship with you and, is wanting to believe in you, wanting you to believe in them, so on and so forth. Okay. All right. Let me clarify. Yeah. This person's experienced a lot of rejection. Okay. A lot of people have gone after them, not for who they were, or not because it was them, but for what they have, okay? And they're looking for somebody who is going to have their back the way that they have other people's back. And I feel like, that person is you, okay? That the two of you are a perfect match. But you got to come out as your best self, okay? Let me tell you this. Let me give this an analogy. Nobody signs up. Okay, let's pick somebody. Let's talk about somebody. I don't know. Okay, I'll go with Sugar Ray Leonard. That's the first name that came to mind. Fighter back in the day, right? Sugar Ray Leonard never signed up for a damn fight or had somebody promote a fight for him, and then he don't go to the gym. He just wait until the fight. He like, fuck, I don't need the gym. Nobody does that. It says, oh, I don't need the damn gym. I'm just gonna get in the fucking ring, and whatever's gonna happen is gonna happen. And that is what we do when we don't heal in between the relationships. Okay, it's like you're doing that, because if you go into something like that and you still all messed up from the last thing, or you haven't, you know, healed yourself and done the things that you need to be doing, because the time spent in the gym that the boxer spends in the gym is similar to you healing yourself. That's preparing yourself to get into the ring, to start all over, to go toe-to-toe with somebody new, but not to fight them, but to be in a partnership and have the type of relationship you want to have. You got to be on your P's and Q's, and your person has to as well. And so if you're wanting this loyalty, the trusting, the reliability, you want somebody to believe in you, you have to give that to yourself, and you have to be prepared to give this to the other person. But if you don't heal yourself, you ain't going to even be able to give it to yourself. Okay, let's move on. So the next question is, how does your past affect your current relationship, or this current relationship you're about to get into? For some of you are already in it. Others of you are about to get into it. Okay, when the person shows up. Okay, so we've got the Ten of Wands that fell, and we have the Temperance card. Temperance card is Sagittarius energy. All right, so Spirit is telling you that these burdens that you've carried around from the past relationships, you know, that's signified by the Ten of Wands, they are going to, you know, this new relationship is going to help you heal the residue of what has happened. Okay, you got to do the majority of the work yourself. I tell you that by about 90 to 95% of the work needs to be done by you. All right, this Temperance card does talk about healing. It does talk about your soulmate coming into your life, and, you know, the both of you having a healing connection. But I'm going to repeat it again. This person is not responsible for your healing, just like you're not responsible for theirs. Okay, you are supposed to stand on your own 2 feet, both of you, and lean on each other, you know, a bit. It's not supposed to be a thing where you carrying the other person, or the other person is carrying you. It's not supposed to be that. Okay, all right, let's clarify. Okay, this is about letting go of pride and ego. Okay, like I said, stepping out of that victim mentality as well, and, you know, stepping into being your best self. Okay, then we have miles apart here. Okay, and it says, even though you're physically apart, you're deeply emotionally entangled. Long distance love is never easy, but it's not impossible. So for some of you, this will be one of the things that slows your relationship down, and it's too, you know, it's for a good reason. Okay, because like I said, it needs to go slowly. All right, I feel like when it's time for you to come together, when it's time for you to do certain things, the situations will present themselves. Okay, this is not about you trying to make anything happen. That's why I tell you, don't be looking for this person. Just live your life. Okay, because when it's time, trust me, I'm just gonna say it again. I said this, I think, for the last sign. What I'm saying, my dad always says, you can never stop an idea whose time has come. So when it is time for you and this person to be together, y'all gonna be together. Okay, and nothing or nobody's gonna stand in the way of it. All right, so how does your past affect your let me see, how does your person's past affect the current relationship, or how is it going to? Okay, for those of you who aren't together yet. Hold on. Okay. For some reason, these cards, they're not wanting to give me, this stuff is taking the time. Okay, we got the Five of Cups showing up here, and we have the High Priestess. Okay, it says hidden knowledge. Okay, Pisces energy with the High Priestess. So I feel like when it comes to your person, you know, they've got this, you know, heartbreak, breakup, separation, these old wounds. And I feel like this connection they're going to have to deal with heal these old wounds in order to, and listen to their intuition in order to be able to open themselves up to this connection the way that they want to. Because like I said, they have good intentions. You see the loyalty card, even though they've been rejected, even though they've been, made to feel like the only good thing about being with them are, is the things that they have. This person is still, not wanting to give up and wanting a second chance. Okay. It just fell. It says reconciliation, making amends, opportunity. Remember, when I say reconciliation, I'm talking about past relationship in another lifetime. Okay. Not this one. Then we've got, look, there's the soulmate card. It's saying deep love, unity, connection. That's what this person is wanting to bring to you and share with you. Okay. And then we have they're wanting to come together, spend some time together, get to know you. You talk about the things that have occurred to you. I feel like this person wants to know everything about you. They don't want any secrets. Okay. They want the both of you to be open and honest with each other about your feelings, about your wants and needs, about, what you've experienced, all of that. Okay. All right. So the next question is, these cards are going to represent your love together when you come together in the present. Okay. Okay. So your person is going to see being with you. Look at there. You got the Ace of Pentacles and the Ace of Cups, Libra. That's what the fuck I'm talking about. Look at there. You got both. You got two aces that fell. That is a beautiful thing. So this person is going to see the two of you coming together as a wise investment. And then, there's going to be an initiation of love. Like I told you, this person already loves you. It's not, that's why I'm saying, why rush? What is the rush? The person already loves you. Okay. You will get there in time. You will get there in time. I don't feel like it's going to take a long time for you to get there, because I feel like this person is going to court you, or you're going to court them, guys. Okay. Make it fit. This is going to be, a very natural progression, I feel like, okay, the way things are supposed to go, because I feel like because we've been through the traumatic experiences, we've been mistreated by people who don't know shit about fucking relationships, any more than we knew. I feel like now you're going to experience what a relationship is supposed to be like what the pinnacle of a relationship is supposed to be like. So for those of you who are upset because you see your friends going from one relationship to the other, and you've been waiting on this person, you're not getting the regular relationship. You're getting the best of the best. So in order for you to get the best of the best, everything's got to be just so. So you just going to have to deal with it. Okay. Do you want anything? Do you want just anything like you've had in the past? Or do you want top shelf? If you want top shelf, it's going to take time to drag that step ladder or to drag that chair over there to get on top of it so you can reach what it is you want. And in order to do that, it's going to require you to step into your best self as well. Okay. All right. Let's clarify. Okay. This is about, this is like Two of Wands being at a crossroads. You're going to have to make the decision, decide who is going to be best for you. Okay. We also have, you and this person are going to be from different worlds. I told you, a lot of you, they're not going to be the same race as you. All right. Because look at these two people on this card. They're not the same race. Okay. It says different worlds. It says this connection crosses cultures, timelines, or belief systems. And that creates both fascination and friction. And that's why it needs to go slowly too, because the two of you, even though you've had similar experiences when it comes to love, your backgrounds are different. Okay. So you're going to have to figure out how to bring your two worlds together. And I feel like, you're going to have a good foundation from the beginning, because you both are going to know that the other person is the one. You're both going to have these strong feelings for each other, and you have a lot in common when it comes to love experiences. Okay. All right. Let's go to the next question. The next question is the card that's going to represent your love together in the future. So, the progression, where it's going to progress to. So we have the Knight of Cups, romantic gesture, and then we have the Eight of Swords. Okay. So I feel like this is going to be a connection where the two of you learn how to not be stuck in your head about things. You're you're going to be in a relationship with each other, and you're not going to put each other in a situation where you're feeling stuck. Okay. I feel like you're going to release each other from this, any type of self-imposed imprisonment. You're going to help each other to release yourselves from it. Okay. With the Knight of Cups, water sign or someone with a lot of water in their chart, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. This is talking about a relationship filled with romantic gestures. I feel like this is going to be someone with whom they love you, still love the hell out of you, love you even more than they loved you from day one. Okay. This is going to be a progressive love that progressively gets better and better and better over time. Like I said, you'll always be open and honest with each other about how you feel. And, you know, you're going to lay everything out on the table. You will never have to guess where you stand with this person, because this person's always going to let you know. Okay. All right. Let's clarify. So we've got breaking point. It says limit, final straw, overwhelmed. This is going to end. You're not going to have somebody pushing you to your limits, or you pushing them to, like I said, if there's any limit pushing, it's going to be in a good way. Like, you're going to inspire each other to be the best you can be. Okay. And you're going to help each other to heal, you know, childhood wounds that show up. Okay. That may come up. Because remember, I tell you, when you get into a relationship with somebody, all your unhealed shit is going to come up. Okay. And Spirit is not expecting you to heal every single thing. Okay. But like you need to start with the huge things, the things that are like really huge, big triggers to you. You need to start those, you know, and if you want to know what they are, Spirit's been pulling them out. Think about the times you've been upset lately. The things that are upsetting you, those are the things that you need to work on. Okay. Cause they've been pulling out every fucking thing they can pull out on me. So I know they've been doing it to y'all. So this is about you healing your inner childhood wounding, and your person doing that as well. And I feel like the both of you are really gonna be, what is the word? That is just one of the things you're really, really going to help each other with is this, you know, the rest of healing, the rest of it. Okay. Because remember, I told you, you are responsible for your own healing. All right. Okay. So the next thing we're going to look at represents, what is it, 6? Okay. The next card is going to represent the outside challenges that you and your person are going to need to overcome. Okay. Okay. So we have the 9 of Wands, which is the wounded warrior. We have the Fool, okay, which is Aries energy, and we have the Ace of Wands. So this is about you coming out of these trials and tribulations that you've experienced when it comes to your love relationships, okay? About you healing you, because you know, with the 9 of Wands, it's somebody with a whole bunch of wands that represent wounds behind them. So it's about you know, getting rid of as much shit as you possibly can. But I don't feel like a lot of this is going to be conscious healing. I feel like the two of you together are going to help each other deal with some of these things. Okay. All right. Then we've got the Fool and the Ace of Wands. So you're gonna, you know, spark an activation, a leap of faith with each other. And it's also going to be a love spark, a spark of passion. Okay. This is about you healing whatever is standing in the way of you wanting to take the leap of faith, and you wanting to be in this passionate, loving relationship with this other person. Okay. All right. Let's clarify. Okay, we have possibilities. It says free-spirited, adventure, and risks. So, you know, I always tell you, love is a risk. It don't matter. Anything is a risk. Any type of relationship is a risk, because you never know how it's going to end up. You never know, you know, if the two of you are going to be friends forever. Because think about it. Think about you've had relationships in your life, Libra, where you just knew you and this person were going to be together forever. Like and I'm not talking about necessarily love relationships, but this could apply to that, where, you know, you're like, oh, we're going to be together forever. We just click so well. We gel so well. Because it could be a friend. We could be talking about a family member. We could be talking about anybody with whom you have a relationship with. And then something comes out of nowhere and happens. And then, you know, it's somebody that you thought you would be in your life forever. And then all of a sudden, it's like they're a fucking stranger now. You don't even know nothing about them, or they don't exist anymore. I mean, not exist anymore, but you know what I mean? The friendship or the relationship doesn't exist anymore. And this was somebody with whom they were in your life on a daily basis, on a regular basis, and now they're not even there anymore. So think about that. It happens to everybody, okay? All right, so we've got the withholding card, and I feel like that's one of the challenges as well, is for both of you to stop withholding, okay, and opening and start to open yourself up. But I feel like this is going to come with time as you start to relax around each other. You know, you trust each other, okay? You listen to your intuition. I feel like this is going to go away, okay? All right. So the last question is how you can strengthen your weaknesses as a couple. Hold on. Falling on the floor. Okay, give me 1 second. Okay, so we have the Eight of Cups, walking away from things that no longer serve you. King of Wands, fire sign or someone with a lot of fire in their chart. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, stepping into your fire energy, becoming, you know, a leader. All right. This can talk about, you know, preparing yourself for this new connection. And then with the Emperor card, okay, stepping into your power, knowing your worth, being disciplined, you know, being practical, looking at things in a way that starts to serve you and letting go of the things that no longer do. Okay. All right. Let's clarify. Okay. Yeah. It's about, you know, coming to an understanding about things in your life. And see, because you're headed towards happily ever after, Libra. That's beautiful. It says you're no longer wondering if it's the right person. You're building something beautiful with them. I feel like these trials and tribulations, they have to occur because, like I tell you all the time, how do you know how strong you are if you don't go through issues, if you don't go through struggle, if you don't have bad times, if you don't have those valleys, okay? You can't have peaks all the time in life. You would start to resent them. You would start to not, because you know, what do they say? Familiarity breeds contempt. If you have something the same way all the time, life would be fucking boring. If you knew what was around the corner every time you know, before you went around it, what is the point, right? If life held no surprises, I mean, what are we here for? Okay, it would just all be just regular same old all the time. Okay, so we've got heart fog. It says mixed signals, blocked emotions, messed up. This is what we're talking back. We're talking back about this withholding card. Okay, it's about you opening yourself up to the connection. Okay, and then in depth, going deeper. You know, intimacy, awareness, importance, valuing yourself, valuing this relationship, and you and your person valuing each other and loving each other. Okay, all right. Let me get one more card. It's about, you know, again, starting to see your value, starting to see your worth with the inadequate card, and reading between the lines and really seeing what this relationship is about, what you bring to the relationship, what your person brings to the relationship. And when the two of you are together, how you come together and how the relationship, you know, flows. Okay. All right. So let's get some messages from Spirit. Let's see what else they want to tell you about the reading. Okay, so we have web of connection. It says weave your connections thoughtfully, creating a supportive web that uplifts your personal and professional journeys. Okay, so this is just about you. I feel like setting up a group of connections that feed you instead of taking from you all the time, because it's supposed to be equal give and take. I'm not saying that nobody's going to come into your life and just give to you and never take anything in return, but you got to find those people that want to have a two-way street. And I feel like they're going to start to flow into your life the more and more you heal yourself and prepare yourself for this new timeline you're in. Okay, then we have Fantasy Land. It says, make sure everyone involved is being realistic and on the same page. So this is about knowing what you want, knowing, you know, what you're willing to do, just being open and honest about what you expect in a relationship and having realistic expectations. Because like I told you, we watch that shit on TV, we read these books, and we have these expectations thinking that we're never going to have an argument with our person. And if we have an argument with our person, then that means the relationship is doomed, or, You know, if the person makes a mistake or if you make a mistake, oh, it's the end of the world. It's not. We're human. We're going to step wrong. We're going to play bad notes. We're going to do things like that. But you have to realize that you're never going to find anybody in this world where you're going to be the same on every level and never have a disagreement. That's not realistic. Okay? Because there are no two people on this earth that are exactly the same, even twins. Because you see that all the time when they have shows and they talk about identical twins, they may look exactly alike. But then when you see one personality is like this and the other personality is like that, even twins are not. Even though they have the same exact DNA, everything is the same about them except for the way that they move. And they grew up in it. And 9 times out of 10, most twins have, not everybody, but the majority of them have grown up in the same household and experienced the same things, but they interpret them differently. It's still two different souls in bodies that look the same. Okay. All right. So we've got Spirit Link. It says, stay aligned with your highest dreams and ideals to find success. Okay. All right. Let's get some messages from your person. Let's see what they want to tell you. Okay, we've got, I won't ever give up on you. So like I said, this is somebody that's here. They're not going anywhere. Even when y'all have bad times, that's when you really know it's somebody. You know that. I tell you that all the time. When you really know if somebody cares about you or not is when you having a bad time. Okay, because people can be there with you all the time. It's easy to be with somebody when times are good. It's when times are hard, when things are difficult and you want to give up and you want to walk away, but you don't do it. Those are the people that you want to hang in there with. Okay. So it says, I'm always with you, even when you think I'm not. Okay. Because like I tell y'all, you're already together with this person in the 5D. That's where all that communication is coming from, the songs and the messages and stuff like that. It says, I only want your love. This person is not looking at anybody else but you. Okay. Okay. Let's get some more messages. Hold on. Okay. We've got, I just want to be with you, period. Okay. There. I'm ready. I don't want to fight this anymore. Then we have, if you reject me, I won't know what to do. Okay. And then we have, I fantasize about you every day. See, it keeps repeating. Okay. We have, you are truly my wish come true. All right. Let's get some more. Okay. You're the first thing I think about when I open my eyes. I'm keeping tabs on you. We've got I crave you. That's why we had this, remember? Didn't we have the card, the observer card where somebody was watching you? I think that's what fell, or maybe that might have fell. I shuffled the cards before I start the thing. That could have been when it fell out, because I saw that observer card fall out before I was about to do your reading. Okay, then we have, I would just hold you. It says, just to help you relax, to make you feel loved and cared for, to make you feel heard and understood. I won't offer advice you don't need. I would just hold you as long as you allow. So that's what this person wants. They only want to be a positive influence in your life. They're not coming to mess you up or to, be jealous of you when you shine or to try to bring you down or anything. This person only has altruistic intentions. Okay. All right. Get one more, and then we're gonna get a final message from Spirit before I let you go. Okay, it says our love is real. Okay, it says it's safe for you to love me. Trust in us and in the guidance of the higher realm. I have faith that it's safe to love me as much as I love you. Our union is protected by angels, and we're destined to be together. Our love is true, divine, and unconditional. Okay, so this is a destined connection. Okay. It may be taking long as hell, but it's going to come when it's time for it to come. Okay. There's no situation where it's not coming. Okay. Unless you decide that you don't want to be with this person, but they're still going to show up. Cause remember we did that reading. I think it was last week or the week before where Spirit kept saying that this person's going to show up whether you want them to or not, and because you have to make a choice. You have to make a choice whether you choose yourself, you choose the twin, or you choose this new person, okay? So here we go. It says trust. The transformation occurs through acceptance. Once you accept the situation, and once you accept the current situation, it will automatically transform. I used to talk about this all the time. You cannot get to where you're trying to go by hating where you currently are. You got to be okay with where you are. If you flipping out and you angry and whatever because you don't like what's going on right now, that's only going to stick it to you. It's only going to stick you in it. Okay. It's not going to help you to move forward. You got to be okay. You got to love and be grateful for where you are. Okay. All right, Libra, I hope this helped. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you'd like to book a personal reading, there is a link in the description box below. Please have a good day and a good rest of your week, and I will talk to you soon. Bye, Libra.